안녕하십니까 블록미디어 시청자 여러분. 최근 수이 생태계가 굉장히 핫합니다. 최근 수이가 이제 작년 7월부터 지금까지 약 7배가량 상승을 하면서 많은 분들이 이제 수이에 대한 관심을 갖고 계십니다. 최근 시장이 비록 안 좋아졌지만 그 중에서도 방어력이 가장 좋은 수이인데요. 이런 수이 내에서도 굉장히 많은 프로토콜들이 존재합니다. 이제 그 중에서도 이제 디파이 라마 기준 TBL 2위를 기록하고 있는 나비 프로토콜과의 인터뷰를 진행해 볼까 합니다. 나비 프로토콜은 수이 생태계 내에서 원스톱 디파이 서비스를 추구하는 프로토콜입니다. 오늘은 나비 프로토콜의 창업자인 엘리스코프 님과 함께 인터뷰를 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. So hello, Elliscope. How are you doing?
Hey, Tony. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for coming to the interview today. And could you please briefly introduce yourself and Navi Protocol, please?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. This is Elliscope. I am the co-founder of Navi Protocol. Navi Protocol, we're a Silicon Valley-based tech startup that focus on solving and building DeFi-related product and services. Navi Protocol, as some of you might have known, is a leading DeFi protocol on top of the Sui Network, the leading move chain. We achieved 750 million all-time high TVL with over 1 million users since launch close to 2 years ago. We launched our token NAVX and NAVX February last year, 2024, and has been transitioning Navi into this multi-product line company. We have organized a variety of events across Singapore, San Francisco, New York, Seoul, Denver, and across the globe. Really excited to be here today to share the plan, the achievement that we had over the past 2 years since building, and the plan we have for the future.
So what do you see as the strengths of the Sui chain and the DeFi space? And why was Sui especially chosen as the platform for building Navi Protocol, since there are a lot of layer ones?
This is absolutely a great question. We strategically picked Sui as a long-the-line blockchain to build for two specific reasons. I think number one is Sui's move language offers significant technical advantage over Solidity. If you are newly to the blockchain space as a developer, that you probably realize that the fundamental design of move language offers much more flexibility. And we do believe that the superior technology ultimately will outperform the so-called first mover advantage. Just like in the traditional world, similar to how Java eventually replace or outperform C++ as the programming language that dominates 90, if it's not higher, percent of market share within the programming space. Secondly, I think when we first got in touch with the Mr. Labs team, the co-founders' background and the diversity of their background really impressed me. The co-founders have a variety of background from computer science, business development, and have holding doctorate degrees at a variety of institutions, not only in the US, but across the nation. We do believe that diversity in terms of from the organization structure sets it apart from other layer 1 and layer 2 projects that can succeed in the long term. Instead of those centralized around one single founder, Sui is able to maintain momentum through multiple strong leaders across a variety of line of product, ensuring the long-term sustainability and innovation.
So over the past year, Navi Protocol has experienced substantial growth, achieving a TVL up to 750 million and over 900,000 unique users. What do you believe has been driving force behind this growth of Navi Protocol?
First of all, I want to say, we have a super strong and amazing team that's, pushing ahead to drive the innovation and the building this product. And I kind of boils down the success, the milestone, whatever you call it, to two reasons. Number one is definitely, the team's extremely focused on the user experience and building the best product ever. Our team continues to optimize both the UI and the technical standpoint performance for such a newly established smart contract. And we have been so-called the best interface, the best product among the Sui ecosystem. Really kudos to the great team that's building this product behind the background. Secondly, as we become the landing protocol on top of Sui, we have always been keeping a very strategic ecosystem positioning. This special ecosystem positioning, we work closely with the Sui Foundation and the Mission Labs as the ecosystem primary financial hub. We position ourselves to be the bank for the newly established nations that help other DeFi protocol to get established within such a newly, whatever I would call it, the nascent space in terms of blockchain. I think our strategic positioning, position ourselves not as a competitor, but much more as the financial hub to help other builders to achieve success within the Sui that help us to succeed in the long term.
I think that's a great strategy to help builders too. So could you help explain Navi Protocol's Oracle architecture? What advantages does it offer compared to conventional oracles?
Yeah, absolutely. So Oracle is actually at the core of the DeFi security, especially for us as a lending borrowing business. Ever since day one, we have been strategically designed this multi-Oracle architecture that serves as a cornerstone for our secure price feed. So what does that just mean? So we have this multi-Oracle structure that we will increase the price feed from the primary Oracle services, and we rely on secondary and the backup Oracle to compare the price feed. If the price feed, the gap between those three sources of price feed is not too much of differences, and then we use that price feed as a reason to determine the threshold for the Oracle for our services. However, if the primary Oracle returns a outlier number that's hugely 20-30% difference from the backup Oracle, we will rely on the backup and the secondary Oracle price feed to use the final checkpoint of the services. Thanks to this strategy, our design has been very flexible to integrate leading industry services like Peace, Super Oracle, as well as the one that's landing on Sui right now is called Redstone. So we, security is at the core of our team to safeguard the 700 million plus TVL. And this, team has invested tremendous amount of resource and financial, security check to making sure things are going smoothly. This is one thing that I'm mostly proud of as someone who runs a team and safeguards the 700 million assets sitting on top of Navi.
So these days, a lot of retail investors are very interested in Bitcoin and RWA and stuff. And I saw that Navi is working on wrapped Bitcoins on Sui. So Navi Protocol is currently collaborating with Bitcoin and RWA projects. So what benefits do you foresee once these projects become fully integrated into the ecosystem?
Bitcoin is really a very interesting asset class because it is the most OG one, has the most tremendous amount of liquidity. However, the actual utility behind this BTC assets has been, very underutilized. Our strategy, as I have been closely working with Mission Labs, Sui Foundation, communicating on this as well, is it's just very much similar like in the real world life, right? When for a new nation to become established, you need to attract new immigrants to collateralize their existing assets and to borrow out stables of a variety of new asset class to invest in the new establishment of the new nation. For example, one quick real world example I usually give out is, let's say you own a house. A house is like a BTC, and you want to open an ice cream shop that's in the town that you live by, and however you believe the value of your house, you don't want to sell it. So instead, what you can do is you can collateralize your house on the bank, and then use that liquidity to open up the ice cream shop to capture the market upside. So we believe the BTC type of assets will have that amount of great utility among Sui ecosystem as well. BTC real world asset, they can be collateralized on top of Navi platform to borrow out other variety of liquidity to help, for example, DEXs, lending, perpetuals, to source the first level of liquidity to help them succeed in long term. And we have been working out on this strategy in terms of product innovation and working closely with Babylon, Lombard, Lorenzo, and Sadler, you name a few, all the leading BTC service provider on the space to really push for the mass adoption for the BTC type of assets.
I think that's a great progress for the Navi protocol for retail users, because they are very interested in getting more on the Bitcoin assets. So in addition to the lending services, naviprotocol offers various functionalities through platforms like the DEX aggregator, NAVI, and the liquidity staking service Follow. So could you briefly introduce any additional features that are planned for future updates?
Yeah, would love to share. Ever since I building the company, we have been making a lot of milestone. Initially, we only have 10 people. Now the team has expanded to 20 plus. And this year, we keep the headcount to around 40 people. We are very proud to release our first ever DEX aggregator that was launched in November 2024 last year. And it has been achieving close to 100 million trading volume ever since the launch. And we also become the first one that supports cross-chain swap natively within the Sui Network. That enables Sui users to swap, for example, purchase variety of meme coin that's been launched on Solana, like the Trump coin, from the Sui ecosystem without going cross-chain. And thanks to Sui, the scalability, the performance is tremendously optimized than any other blockchain in the space. So we're super excited for this. And we're also doing a little bit of rebranding for the Navi aggregator, going to give it a new name for the coming, it's going to soon be released. And together with our newly launched perpetual DEX that's coming to the space, as the very first perpetual DEX that provides a best smooth experience, as well as like all the gas fees sponsoring this perpetual DEX. Secondly, we acquired the Volo brand, the liquid staking brand, at the beginning of 2024, almost like a year ago. When we made the acquisition, it was still a baby at around 20 million TVL. Now it has grown to the highest end of 20-50 million all-time high TVL, generating around 7.5 million annual fees. We are very focused on this developing and incubating this new brand, and have recruited a lot of talents thanks to the little milestone that Navi was able to establish to push this brand further to become the BTC, the Move LST hub. Stay tuned to the update. I can't wait to share with more update with you guys down the road.
I am also looking forward for the perpetual DEX that you are going to launch. And so what do you consider the most important core value of Navi protocol as a DeFi protocol?
That's a fantastic question. So our name, this kind of origins from the name Navi. Our name Navi in the local Hindi language actually means be kind to people. And the reason why we picked that name specifically back in the days when Charles and we started this company, because we realized that decentralized finance, DeFi, is a extremely hard topic for average users. And our goal is really to build up a great product that is like Web2 friendly, that can educate users to find a way that can link and capture this financial accessibility and freedom to some extent. So, growing this team, building the products surrounding this vision, I don't see us as running a Web3 company. I think the core value is how do we build a team that can not only build great product, but build for the long-term success. So this is the core value of us. And like this year, we're just like pushing it harder, having more people on the team to work together with this core value.
That's an important core value of DeFi protocols, working on the whole ecosystem. So, and these days, I think users and investors are very sensitive on the tokenomics too. So what role does the NAVX token serve within Navi protocol?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic question. So Navi, we launched a token back in 2024 February, and have been enabled a variety of features on top of Navi token. The core value we are pushing towards for this year is going to be the VE NAVX token, where now there's a variety of revenue stream and token listed on top of Navi platform. We want to leverage that VE NAVX to incentivize and help community to decide which kind of assets should we list and how should we set the parameter and the boundary for our variety of assets. There has been tremendous amount of community's interest for this goal, right? And people want to participate in the governance, in the upgrade of smart contract, in deciding what kind of feature we're shipping. So this is the number one we are about to release in the upcoming month. Secondly, I'm also really believe that certain tokens value needs to be real world related. So far, you can engage in any kind of staking services of NAVX token on top of Navi. You can engage in lending and borrowing activity collateralized on NAVX to borrow out other asset class to engage in financial activity and investment. Last but not least, you can also use your NAVX directly to purchase flights and hotels thanks to our third partner, like third partner travel sites, to directly engage. So any day to day, from the financial activity or to the day to day to the governance, this is a goal we are pushing towards for the long-term utility of NAVX token.
Yeah, so since you are the leading protocol and the pioneer of Sui ecosystem inside this Sui ecosystem, so do you have any plans to expand to other blockchain networks and layer ones beyond Sui?
So far, speaking from the engineering experience, Sui is actually the one that has the most robust tech, and we really love and enjoying working with the Sui Mission Labs team. You know, the innovation, the iteration of AI and DeFi is just tremendous. So we don't have any plan to expand elsewhere.
Okay, thank you. And so could you share Navi Protocol's long-term vision and objectives? So what are Navi Protocol's goal in 2025 and after those years?
Absolutely. Like mentioned previously, Navi, we're actually doing a huge rebranding from single lending business to a variety of product line to fuel the growth of the Sui ecosystem. To break it down a little bit, as you guys can see in front of my hoodie, Navi, Navi, we're going towards a position where each lecture will represent one of our product line. N stands for lending business. A stands for our aggregator. We're giving it a more shiny name, which is calling Astros, the aggregator plus perpetual DEX for the Navi brand. And V stands for the Volo brand, the Move liquid staking hub that we're doing. And I'm gonna leave a tease a little bit, but this will be in the future something AI related. Cannot disclose too much detail yet, but yeah. So in terms of strategy wise, what I want to manifest is we're not only focusing on building a Web3 company, but really focusing on building a multi-line product company that can sustain and fulfill the growth of the best move ecosystem.
Okay, so these days, I think Navi Protocol is very interested in the Korean market. This is the last question, and I think Navi Protocol is very interested into the Korean market. So what are your thoughts on the Korean market? Could you share a message with Korean investors too? Yeah.
Absolutely. So I personally have been multiple times, 3 times in total to the Seoul and variety cities in Korea. I have been having a lot of great food in Gangnam and, really see how diverse the culture, the city, the community is. And we're absolutely doubling down on the investment and help to grow the Korean market. And over the past 2 quarters, we hired a local Korean team, Jin and Jeremy, to lead the initiative with the community to organize more events, localized events, as well as localized, communication channel to build the community from the in-person experience. And I want to, invest more to organize more Korean events to stay connected with the Korean community and help educate users on how to embrace the DeFi knowledge. We also brainstorm new ideas. How can we, host tutoring sessions among college that can really help the newest generation of students to learn this new tech and the service we provide. And on top of that, I also have attended KBW 2 times over the past 2 years, working with the Korean media like Blogmedia, like amazingly you guys, to really understand the community, understand the technology better, to share the latest product update, and hopefully that can help the Korean users capture the growth of the global financial market. So yeah, really excited to explore more collaboration and synergy ideas.
Okay, thank you so much. And this is like a personal question, but why did you choose to become like a one-stop DeFi service while other protocols in Solana or Ethereum are just building on like perp dexes, only on perp dexes, or only on aggregators, or only on solving one problem at once? Why did you try to become a one-stop DeFi service? I was just curious about it. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. So So actually, over the past 2 years, we have been laser focused in building only the lending business. And throughout that process, there are a lot of barriers, there are a lot of learnings. And now I think we achieved a great milestone. And like me as a person, as a founder running the company, I don't see us stopping there. Thanks to the success we were able to have with Navi, we really want to bring more, attract more talents, attract more new young people that wants to learn how things are working to establish, to build new product. Even though this Navi brand have a variety of product, but we have been carefully crafted each specialized team with people from tremendous amount of industry experience, plus young generation that's seeking to learn, really hustler, wants to learn, to assemble more experienced team together to run this thing. My philosophy is very easy. I'm fortunate to build this product from ground up, and I want to share and pass on this knowledge to help more team to build and to grow. This is number one, to leverage Navi's influence to help those market and product easily go to market. Secondly, I think space has evolved very quickly. There are a lot of challenges coming up. We ourselves, even though we're the largest, but we don't want to stay comfortable. I'm always hustling. Lifestyle never changes ever since we launched token, whatever, over the past 2 years progress. And I want to continuously push that momentum to grow, to challenge myself, to learn and see what we can do better to optimize the user experience. So yeah, just always gonna have to grow somewhere. And we are also actively hiring. So if you are interested in joining the team to learn more, always feel free to connect with the team.
Thank you so much for today's interview, Elliscope, and it was a great opportunity to learn about Navi Protocol and also yourself. So
yeah, thank you so much, Tony, for having me. Thanks, 블록미디어, for having the interview today. Yeah.
그래서 오늘은 이제 나비 프로토콜의 엘리스코프와 함께 인터뷰를 진행해 보았습니다. 최근 한국 시장이 수이에 대해 많은 관심을 가지고 있는데요. 혹시 수이를 가지고 계시다면 나비 프로토콜을 한번 탐방해 보면서 이런 디파이 서비스를 이용해 보는 것도 하나의 많은 도움이 될 수 있을 것 같습니다. 그리고 또 재미를 느끼실 수 있을 것 같습니다. 이상으로 오늘은 나비 프로토콜과의 인터뷰 마치도록 하겠습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사하고 좋아요와 구독 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.